Hey, what's good, YouTube? This is an old and very rare beatbox or drum machine, and it's made by Gemini. It's the R-777, and I have not seen this particular beatbox since 1984. So we're going back 40 years at a record store here in Philly, and I didn't have the money at the time, but got lucky couple days ago. Found this on eBay for a couple $100. Plus, a guy gave me a little discount, so I had to snap it up. This is probably one of the rarest drum machines that I've seen personally. Now, there's probably more, but of what I've seen, this is really rare. There's really not a whole lot of information out there about this. But in tinkering with it, I kind of found that it sounds a lot like the CompuRhythm CR-78 drum machine that we all know and love. I had to take this out of the box because the buttons on the front, as you see, I took them off and I threw them over here. This is just a couple of the buttons, gray and white buttons. I had a little problem pushing these buttons in with the caps on them. So I decided to leave the caps off for now, clean it up a little bit, maybe put some WD-40 in there or something, I don't know. But it plays. So I rigged up the speaker, and we'll start over here on trot. Before I get into the rhythm, let's just look at some of the features. Okay, here's your volume here. Tone basically takes out the hi-hat sound. So if you take it all the way down here, it erases it all together, just eliminates it. And of course, the world famous Guiro, you know, that sound from the CR-78, that's on here too, but that's annoying as hell. Here's your tempo button, stop, start. It has one intro that you can play. That's it. And unlike the CR-78, you can't really program your own rhythms on here. You got to pretty much use what's available. You can combine a couple of them and create different rhythms, but pretty much what you see is what you get. Normal speed, double speed, and of course you have an A and B section over here. So let's get into it. Let's start over here with trot, and let's see what it sounds like. Now, here we go. This is trot. Now let's do swing 2. Flip that button. Now let's go soul 1. Soul 2. No, here we go. I had that backwards. This is soul 1. Now let's go down here to soul 2. Let's try soul 3. Soul 4. Let's go to the Bajan. And Cha-Cha 2. So I don't get confused and stop it. Let's go over here to old rumba. Let's go down to western. All right, now we'll go over to waltz. And we'll go down to bolero. All right, now let's come on down here, and that should There we go. Let's start over here. Bossa Nova. Then go Samba. Swing. All right, Latin swing. All right, whoops. Let's try march. Habaneba. All right. All right, let's move over to Tango 1 right here. Tango 2. All right. One of my favorite eras of music. Let's try Disco 1. Disco 2. All right. Let's move over to Rock 1. Rock 2. Yeah, those rock sounds are giving a lot of Hall & Oates. I can hear No Can Do, and I can hear Kiss on My List, which is what they used on the CR-78 for their songs. All right, let's go over to slow rock. And something called Dompa, D-O-D-M-P-A, Dodumpa, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Well, let's see. All right. Moving along, let's go over to Cha-Cha 1. And the Mambo. And finally on the hit parade, we have Rumba. And Beguine. Whoops, I had it backwards. Sorry. This is Rumba. And now here's Beguine. 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 So all in all, this is a pretty cool little machine. You know, here's the inside of it. I'll probably dust it out a little bit. You know, I don't know a whole lot about electronics in that regard as far as trying to bring this thing up to speed. There are no batteries in it. I don't think there shouldn't be a battery in it because you can't really retain any of the patterns. Whatever you put in there, it stays in there basically. So there's really no need for a battery like the CR-78. I do own one. I have it in storage. Probably bring it out because I'm going to be getting back into my music in a little bit. Again, here's the cabinet. I'll put that back together again. This is my little mini studio. Roland VT4. That's nice to mess with. Of course, no home is complete without a TR-8S. Here's an old dusty mixer. This keyboard I've had since 1993. Yamaha PSR 510. And yeah, you gotta have an Akai MPC 1 Plus. Also have a cord keyboard here and the X7 downstairs. But today it's all about the Gemini Beatbox R-777. If you happen to grab one of these, it's a cool little box. You know, nobody's gonna mistake it for real drums or just being high tech. But you know, it does what it's supposed to do. I'm happy with it. Thanks. Big shout out to the guy who sold it to me. Arrived today. I bought it maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm happy with it. So there it is. Gemini Beatbox R777. Peace.